Welcome to Instant AdSense Templates VRE Building System. This is Eric Homeland, and I'm going to show you how to use the iframe that we have included as a part of many of the templates. So once again, for this demo, we're going to use the bicycles template. Let's look at the basic HTML template, and let's just go ahead and open it, view that in a browser real quick. Okay, so here's that template. And this part down here, where you see these ads, these are happen to be Commission Junction banners. But if you could picture kind of a dotted line right around the perimeter of this square, that's where this iframe is. And what that iframe is doing is it's displaying the contents of this ad.html file. Okay, so in other words, this is importing this page right here and displaying it on this page. So if you build your website using this template, it's going to display this iframe on each of the pages. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple ways that you can use that to your advantage. First of all, if you don't want to use the iframe, let's look at the easy way out. If you were to want to delete that iframe, let's go ahead. I'm going to make a copy of this index file. So let's open this index file in Notepad, and I'll show you where that iframe is. If I can find it. Okay, it's pretty easy to see because it actually says iframe. Okay, if you can't find it, like I just couldn't, just do a search and you'll find where it says iframe. And to remove it, all you do is delete where it said from the iframe close tag through the beginning of the iframe tag. It's all it would take. Just select it, delete it, bam. That's all it would take. So let's say we want to delete it. We could save that and then refresh this page. And as you can see, the iframe is now gone. So where it once was, right here in the middle of this content area, now it's gone. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back for the sake of this demo. Okay, refresh it again, and then as you can see, I put the iframe back where it was before. Okay, so what are some things that you can do with this iframe? First of all, you could use it in the way that we're using it right now to display CPA or affiliate type ads that we get from other sources like Commission Junction. These ones happen to have been pulled using the Magic Ad tool, which we've included a free trial to Magic Ad tool with the Instant AdSense Templates collection. So if you want to use the Magic Ad tool ads, basically all you have to do is tweak a little bit of the code in that ad.html file. So let me show you what I mean. You would open that ad.html file in an editor like Notepad, and there's just a couple of things here that would need to be tweaked. Where it says user ID number, that's where you would put in your Magic Ad tool user ID number. And then if you happen to be using any ClickBank ads, then where it says CBU equals, that's where you would put your own ClickBank user ID. So again, the two things that would need to be changed: anytime it says user ID equals, you change that user ID number to your own Magic Ad tool user ID number, and then where it says CBU equals, that's where you're going to put your own ClickBank ID. Okay, so I'm not going to talk more about that right now because we're going to do a separate video for Magic Ad tool. But what if you want to use that iframe for something else? Let's think about this. What could you use it for? You've got the space right here in the middle of the content area of your website. Well, you could use it to manually put in other types of ads, or you could use it to drive traffic to a squeeze page, for example. So say you're using one of the squeeze pages that we included with the Instant AdSense Templates package. For example, the bicycle guide. I think we included a squeeze page with a free report about how to buy bicycles. What you could put in this is text that says, click here for a free report about how to buy bicycles. And then that link would appear within the content area of every page of your website if you did that as a part of the template. Another thing that you can use is use it to display Announcements. I've often wished that I had included iframes in past websites that I've built, which is one of the reasons that I think it's a great idea that we included them as a part of these templates. The iframe, by the way, is a part of all of the basic HTML templates and all the Hyper-VRE templates. So again, if you don't want to use the iframe in either of those types of template, be sure to just delete that line of code before you use the template. Okay, but for example, I've often wished that I had included one because that allows me to go back later and add something to every page of the website on a moment's notice. Basically, you can add it dynamically without having to go in and edit the HTML code for each of the pages. Okay, so take for example, we built this website about bikes, and let's say we added a bunch of content pages with articles and whatnot, and let's say it has 100 pages, and then all of a sudden one day I find a super special hot deal on a bicycle that someone can buy online for, like $200, and I get paid $100 commission on it. What I can do, instead of having to go back and restructure each of these pages in an HTML editor, I can insert that ad into the iframe. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to make a quick copy of this ad.html file before we begin. And then let's go ahead and we'll open this in an editor like Notepad. And what we can do is basically just put an ad right here. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment, and I'm going to type something up, then I'll show you what I did. Okay, so as you can see, I just took 30 seconds and typed a tiny little ad right here. I just centered it, put some nice big red font, and typed "brand new bikes for $200." Click here for details, and you put your affiliate link right here. Okay, so now let's go back and refresh that page. Okay, and you can see again that's exactly where the iframe is, right there in the middle of your content. Now you can see that ad. And what's so great about that, like I said, if all of a sudden something comes up that you want to broadcast, to your entire website or even to all of your websites, you could use the same iframe and use an absolute URL to broadcast to all of your websites. You can do that. Or for example, let's say there's an affiliate contest that you're really trying to win, and there's say there's a prize for whoever makes the most sales. Well, you obviously want to do whatever you can to get your affiliate link out there. Well, this is a great way to do it. If you have an iframe on your site, you can instantly put that link on every page of your site. So I encourage you to to try it out and use the iframe because I think it's a good tool. And like I said, I wish that I had iframes like this on many of my sites that I've built in the past, because that would be a great advantage for me today. So by the way, what I was talking about with the an absolute URL, if you wanted to use one particular URL and broadcast the same iframe to all of your websites, there's just one tiny little change you need to make in the code, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, so in the index file, again, you're going to open that, go down to where the iframe is. Here it is right here. So see where this iframe is pointing to ad.html. You can point that to any URL. So an absolute URL would be, for example, you have a particular domain, and you want to have a particular page on that particular domain that serves that ad to all of your websites. That would allow you to instantly broadcast a message to all your sites at once. So for example, let's say this probably isn't going to work right because it's not. I didn't set up a page for this. But let's say my my blog, where people can join my newsletter. Okay, that could be a good page that I might want to broadcast to a bunch of websites. So I would save that, and then we go back and refresh the page. Okay, so you can see that web page is showing up now in that iframe, and this also shows you the exact size of the iframe. Obviously, that URL that I just put in there is not formatted for this particular page. It was just a random URL that I picked. But let's say I wanted to make a specific page for it. I would just like that ad.html. I could put in some code that says join Eric's tips and get something for free. And you could even put the opt-in form right there within the iframe, or you could put a link that goes to the opt-in form. So again, it's a great tool. Check it out, see what you think. And, if you don't want to use the iframe, just delete it. Not a problem. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.